Hey guys, we're super excited to kick off our Carols launch in a moment. But before we do, I just wanted to give you a quick heads up. After our Facebook and YouTube event here, we're going to be jumping out into Zoom rooms to chat a little bit about how we can each get involved with Carols this year. So, whatever you normally jump onto Zoom with, whether it be your phone or your laptop, have that handy so that you can jump onto that. The Zoom links will be in the comments section at the end of our time here on Facebook and YouTube. But if you can't jump onto Zoom, or if you're not able to do that right now, we're also going to put up an email address that you can just shoot us through an email and let us know that you're keen to be involved with our carols this year. Excited to see you in a moment. Hey everyone, and welcome to Carol's launch for this year. We're super excited about what's going to happen for Carols this year. Although it's been obviously a very different year, it's still an opportunity for us to really meet people in our community with the message of Jesus. So we're gonna get into a bit about how that's going to happen, but before we do, we'd love to introduce to you the theme for our Carols event this year. So I'm going to throw to Dan. He's going to share a bit about that.
Thanks, Sam. So the theme this year that we're working with is all about how there's a whole bigger story going on with the story of Christmas. Not just about Jesus coming to earth and being born as a baby, but from Genesis through to Revelation and the whole story that we live in right now. And so the theme this year is Alpha and Omega. So in Revelation, it talks about how Jesus is the Alpha and Omega, the beginning and the end. And so Carols this year is going to be all about beginnings and ends, and how Christmas falls right in the middle of that. Christmas is where Jesus came to earth, where the Word became flesh, where he became human like us, and then led through to Easter, and then the rest is history. So, Lissy.
Yeah, I love the opportunity that we have this year to find ourselves in the bigger story. I love what you said, Dan. He was the Word in the beginning, and if you've never found yourself in the Christmas story, imagine this year you might actually find yourself before the Christmas story or after the Christmas story, and that's what I'm really excited about.
Very cool.
So one thing you might be wondering is, how does this feel like Christmas? And I was wondering the same thing, and I was sort of worked through the design and stuff and being like, oh, how do we make it feel like Christmas? But what do you reckon, Sam? How does Alpha and Omega, how does that become Christmas to us?
Really good question. Like you said before, Dan, I think it's really about the fact that the story of Jesus coming to earth isn't just about a baby born in a manger, although that is the Christmas time story, but it's actually about Jesus being with us from the beginning right through to the end. And so we really wanted to be able to encapsulate that idea with Christmas this year. And I think that the really cool thing about that is that we get to encourage people this year that God is with us right now. God's with us today, even though Jesus came and he was born into a manger. He's with us. He was with them then, but he's with us now. So the Christmas story is just as relevant and meaningful for us in every day. So I'm really excited to be able to celebrate that story and that truth about God being with us. That idea of Emmanuel. And I think it's really a great message for people to be able to hear this year in a time where, we might have felt a little bit alone in lockdown and all that sort of thing. But just that idea of God being with us and just present in our lives no matter where we are and who we are in every day. So, yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah, in this small time that we've had with these words, Alpha and Omega, as a Christmas idea, I've just been invited to imagine the tree of life at the beginning and at the end in Revelation. And this year I just am excited to prepare prepare that thought in every branch of my tree this year, that he's come to heal everyone, every nation back to himself. So I'm really excited around that place.
Yeah, it's so good. And yeah, I just really love the idea of how we went from every heart last year, and that was our big theme, and then it kind of set us up into 2020 that the story of Christmas is for every heart, and the story of Jesus, and Jesus is for every heart. And now we're leading through and then we moved into Find Yourself in the Bigger Story as our 2020 theme across the year. And so now I feel like, we're really creating that bigger story, and through what we do in carols this year, we can really help people to see that this is part of something bigger, that they might know about Jesus through the Christmas story, but there's a lot more to it than just Christmas. And we as the church, we as Discovery, we as an arts team can actually craft and create something that helps people to see that there's more to Jesus than just being born in a manger and the 3 wise men and the shepherds and all of that. But there's a whole big story and that's still going on right now. Yeah. So that makes me really excited, and I just can't wait to get stuck into it. So
very cool. Yeah. So maybe Lissy, normally this time of year we're gathering here on Wednesday nights. Yeah. We're rallying together and bringing our brains together and rehearsing and creating in this space. Obviously that's not possible at the moment. So Lissy, would you be able to talk to us a bit about what it's going to look like for this year, and even what the event itself is going to look like? So. Yeah,
really good question. Just like you guys, we're tracking with how we're going in Victoria, and the invitation is going to be one that we roll out and create with as we can. We have this amazing privilege at the moment to be able to have 5 people on site here, so we plan to utilise that for filming. So that's going to be a great space where we can invite people to create in, and we get a bit of fellowship, which is going to be super exciting. So over the next few weeks, we're going to invite people in different areas and spaces, to bring their passion of what they see for this year's Christmas story, in different places. We might do some of that over Zoom, we might do some of it here, we might do some of it over the telephone, but we know we have an amazing God, and he's all about creating his story for his people to be seen and heard. So we just ask you to be flexible, get passionate, and just find creative ways to connect with us as well this year, so we can all engage in the story that God's trying to tell through us this year.
Yeah, you might also be thinking, why are we filming here in church today and not doing this on Zoom? Well, we wanted to bring you guys into the space that we're going to be creating in. This is our blank canvas. We have the auditorium to ourselves now for the foreseeable future. So we've been able to create this, this backdrop for Church Online. But what we're hoping and planning to do is set up this whole auditorium space as a studio with a bunch of different sets that we can film worship, we can film music for carols, we can film storytelling parts and all other bits and pieces. So it's going to be a real creative space where we can create sets and backdrops, and it can be a bit messy, it can be fun, and then we don't have to clean it up for Sunday. So we're stoked about that, and we really can't wait to have you guys in here with us.
Yeah. So good. So Dan, you're talking about filming things, and Lissy too. What does that mean for the event? Because obviously Carols is about the preparation for us, and that's a big part of it for us. But for the people that attend, what does that mean for us?
True. Sorry, Sammy. I was so carried away with just being able to create with you guys that I actually forgot that we're creating for an event. Surely did forget. Can't wait for people to experience carols through our church again. But this year it will be an online event. So we'll swing over to Dan he's our online creator.
Yes. So the online event this year is going to be a Saturday night, Saturday the 19th of December at around 7 p.m. We're still figuring out the timing on that. But we were thinking, what's the best time to be able to put something up online, and all families in our church and in our community can, and in the whole country and world can sit down and watch it together. And we thought Saturday night's such a great night for families, and so we're going to have a Saturday night thing. We're going to start with the kids program, and so that'll be like a special kids or families thing, which our kids team's working on, and then we'll move into our carols, to actual carols, which will be broadcast online at Saturday night, Facebook and YouTube. Sam, do you want to tell us a bit about the structure of the actual run sheet and sort of a bit about what we're going to be doing in that?
Yeah, of course. So we're excited to, we want to create with you guys too and hear a bit about your dreams and visions for how it could look. But we're excited to add in some carols, and Matt's going to be sharing a bit about this idea of Alpha and Omega and the story of Christmas and Jesus being in our midst. And so that will be a thread throughout the event. And so, we'll still have an MC, we'll still have a preach, we'll still have carols, it'll still be Christmas, but it's all going to be online and an event that we get to, really pre-record and create into. And I'm actually really excited about that, because I think it gives us the opportunity to curate an event that is just really, I think, is going to be flawless and really presentable to anyone who jumps on to watch it. And we can reach more people. We've got a capacity here with our seats in this space, but with this event online, we can reach as many people as we like, and it'll be on demand for as long as people want to, so to be able to check in and watch it again. So super excited about that opportunity as well, to be able to curate an event that so many people can check into. So it's going to be cool. Like just thinking through how we create within that Christmas week from the 19th up until the 24th, and how we could potentially take some of the bits and pieces from what we've done in carols and then put them up through our different channels, and so that we reach more people and just lead people to finding out more about the Christmas story and Alpha and Omega. So I'm really excited about that, and really excited about how we can promote it. We're going to be doing lots of fun things with that. And there's so many different ways that you can get involved this year. So do you want to run us through some of that?
Yep. So we have band and singers, choir. Sammy will be running a Zoom meet for that after this. So we're all going to gather in Zoom meetings after this. And we've got creative design, architecture. We've got communications, and what am I forgetting there, Dan? All things design, storytelling. But Dan and I will run that together in a Zoom room together. So just the two spaces, but pretty much covering everything that we normally do. If you at all feel like you're not sure where to go, just jump in with Dan and I, and we'll get you creating. One thing about carols every year that I've noticed is we create such spectacular things with the amazing gifted people that we have. And this year is a year that we actually get to get that on tape and send it out to the world. And I'm super pumped about that, because, you just watch it. Last year I watched it over again, and you're just in tears at the beauty of God's work in our people. So I'm super pumped for that. So make sure you feel included, because you super are. There'll be something for everyone to do. Just come along and be flexible about it. Do you want to tell us a bit about the Zoom rooms, Dan?
Yeah, so there's some Zoom room links are going to be popping up in the comments right now. And so jump on those. So there's, as Lizzie just said, 2 rooms, one for all the musicians, band, choir with Sam, and then and anything creative architecture, design, promotion, sets, building, all of that stuff. Jump in with Lizzie and I, and we'll go through that, and we'll sort of start to plan out what we're going to do, and then we can pray together and talk and pray about the event, and then we'll work out a plan for what's next. So
so good. Anyone who's sound orientated as well, jump in with me for setup or even post production as well. So we'll be obviously mixing all the carols. Like we have been for Sunday Church. So that's going to be a big part of it as well. So jump in with me on the Zoom chat for that too.
And maybe just with that, all techies, if you want to jump in with us guys, we'll start getting to hear the storyline a bit more as we start creating together. So this will be just a night where we get to start telling the story and, work out how we can create beyond that.
Very good.
All right. Well, we'll see you in the Zoom room.
Ready to go.
Come on.
See you guys there.